It's Madden NFL 22 on EA Sports, and we've got the latest chapter of a historic rivalry. It's the Pats and the Jets on Thursday night.
We are situated about 8 miles west of New York City at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. A few moments ago, the crowd here was on their feet as their beloved Jets made their way out of the tunnel. They're ready to go. We're ready to go. It should be a good one as those New York Jets get set to face off with the New England Patriots. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. With Charles. As always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talked about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
So now here come the Patriots to take over on offense. They're led by their quarterback from the University of Alabama, Mac Jones.
And he's had good success here already this season throwing the football. 6 touchdown passes in his 2 games. He's really got this offense playing with a lot of confidence, trying to establish themselves early as a Super Bowl contender.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And now off to the races, down the right side. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Clyde Edwards-Helaire, 82 yards. And the Pats have taken the early lead. The CD, I mean, there are touchdown runs, and then there are touchdown runs, and that one certainly fell into the latter category. That deserves a couple exclamation points.
And that's why he's one of the best running backs in the game today, because this run combined all the elements. Started with patience, and he was just waiting for the right lane to materialize. Then once he saw it, he used his speed and escapability in tandem and turned this into a tremendous play.
And he covered a lot of ground on that one, as evidenced by the final total there on Next Gen Stats. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. They go play action with Wilson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So into Pats territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Looking for White on the deep ball. And that is caught at the 10-yard line. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. A big play there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Jets are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Extra point by McCann, up and good. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. So back onto the field come the Pats for their second drive. Winless to start the year at 0-2, and now they get the Thursday night game here in Week 3. So I don't know, does the fact that they're back out so quickly, Charles, help or hurt their cause?
Oh, I say unequivocally help, because you always want a Thursday game earlier in the schedule rather than later, just because the grind of the season hasn't really set in yet. But also, if they can get a win here, they get a mini open week, recharge a little bit, and carry some fresh momentum into the rest of the season.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that, because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best. You're looking for? Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Fielded just inside the 30. 43 yards on the punt, 7-yard return. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. Off the play fake, here's Wilson. Looking for White on the deep ball. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And finally out of bounds inside the 5 at the 4. Big yardage that time for the Jets. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. Play action. Now Wilson. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. Personal foul. So a pretty early first quarter roughing the passer penalty.
Seems like the officials are going to let everyone know they're taking charge of this game. They're always going to protect the quarterback.
Play action. It's Wilson. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Jets on just 2 plays have taken the lead. Extra point by McCann, up and good, and that makes the score 14-7. McCann's got it teed up. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. New England's offense set to go. And they are losers of 2 straight coming into this Thursday night game. Is it more difficult, CD, when you take a losing streak into a quick turnaround game like this? Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Monte Nicholson picks it. Charles, that makes now 5 interceptions in not even 5 quarters. Remember, he threw 4 picks last week.
And this turns into a tough situation because a lot of fans, the first thing is, oh, well, we need to change quarterbacks. This is your guy. This is your elite player. You can't just take him out like that. If I'm the coach, I make a little joke and say, you know some big guy, we're going to change the football. So it's obvious that's the problem. It's not you. Keep firing.
They go play action now. Wilson looking for the end zone. Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. A great effort there with with his second touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Jets are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by McCann, up and good. And it's now 21-7. McCann's got it teed up. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Well, the Patriot offense back out, getting set to go. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Well, for teams that like to play man coverage, running corner routes can be tough on them because of the ability of getting into it. Sometimes you're squaring it off. Sometimes you're just rounding it. Sometimes there's a fake. Sometimes there's not. It makes it very, very difficult for a DB to stay with it.
1st and 10, it's Edwards-Helaire with it. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Now Jones. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. Good starting position for the Jets as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And that is caught at the 10-yard line. Big yardage that time for the Jets.
I would say just add that one to the total big plays he's already made here in the first month of the year. You've got to think the front office and the coaching staff have got to be excited about what they've seen so far and really excited.
And that is caught. Touchdown. Oh, there is a marker on the field. The celebration may be short-lived. Let's see. That's on big Mekhi Becton, first-round pick in 2020. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Here's Wilson. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. Throwing on 2nd and long. Wilson. That's going to be caught. A nice pickup there, 19 yards. And they're set up better for 3rd. Wilson. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Adrian Phillips. And the Pats force the turnover. They'll take over at the 10.
Boy, that's the kind of interception that can save a game right there. They're already down 2 scores. Huge play, slowing down what was going against them.
I was thinking the same thing. You get down 3 scores there at this stage, could be in for a long ball game. And the first play of the drive there is incomplete. This defense for the Jets, very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
And every defensive team that we talk to, they spend a lot of time talking about creating turnovers. And anytime you get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really good performance. They exceeded that number in a huge way. They got the football back 4 times in the win. But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route. And what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Throwing, Jones. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Back to throw. Jones. This one to Bourne out on the left side. 7 yards, the pickup there.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
3 yards remain for second down. Looking to throw. Jones. The connection here with Nelson Aguilar.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Back to throw again. He'll swing this one out to Edwards-Helaire. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. A pretty wild first quarter. 21-7, our score. From the 45 on second down. Jones, man open, that's Calvin Ridley. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 26.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Blitz forthcoming as he'll look to throw. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. So that'll go as a 4-yard loss on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Back to throw. Jones. Throw right side into the hands of the tight end Sample. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. They get 15, but they still needed a little bit more. 4th down. They'll go. It's Edwards-Helaire. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. I love those plays. 4th and 1. That's who wants it more, this time the offense.
Yeah, there's a lot of hooting and hollering in there, right? A lot of contact and a lot of collisions as they try and find some space. Who's going to drop their hips, gain leverage, and move the other side backwards? We saw it there for the offense getting it done.
Jones on 1st and 10. That is caught inside the 5. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. From the 4, this is 2nd down and 1. A shotgun snap and a give to Edwards-Helaire. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Clyde Edwards-Helaire with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Patriots go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. That one was an extended drive, 14 plays all told. And it's capped off by a touchdown run from Clyde Edwards-Helaire. Taken at about the 1. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Let's go. Zach Wilson and the Jet offense set to take over here. And it's safe to say he has been getting his money's worth. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but...
And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Looking for White on the deep ball. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. 2nd and 10. Now it's Wilson. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Throwing again here, Wilson. And that would be incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
They're going on 4th down. It's Wilson. Looking for White on the deep ball. This is caught inside the 15. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Throwing is Wilson. Forced out to his left. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. A great play there. With 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Jets are going to add on to their lead. Extra point by McCann, up and good. And the lead now up to 14. McCann's got it teed up. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time.
Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that.
Oh, and Jones has just thrown his 3rd interception. Picked off near the 34. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Jet touchdown. A big play there by the rookie. An interception followed by the return for 6 points.
If you want to be accepted by your teammates and coaching staff, make plays like that.
Extra point by McCann, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And fresh off the pick 6, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talked about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
It comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me.
Oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet. And the Jets have recovered. Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate the contact coming and try and cover up the football. And they still find ways to knock it free.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Now Wilson on 1st down. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. He completes it right side to White. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. A great effort there. On his way to a monster game, 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Jets continue to pull away here in this first half. Extra point by McCann, up and good. And a rout is on here in this first half.
McCann's got it teed up.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
You always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Over the middle, that's caught by Ridley.
And the Patriots are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Looking to throw. Jones. And that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown. Kendrick Bourne, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Patriots get a score closer. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21. So a 75-yard scoring drive on just 3 plays. And it ends with a New England touchdown.
From the 6. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
Let's go. Let's do it.
New York ready to go again offensively.
And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. And we'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it.
Well, with as much time as is left.
The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Throwing on 2nd and long. Wilson looking for White on the deep ball. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Adrian Phillips.
So first thing that crosses my mind is why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape.
Absolutely. And from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah, you changed the momentum of the game, and it's something you did.
And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. And the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Another try after the first down sack. Jones. Under pressure, they got him again. Montez Sweat in there to drop him, and sacks on 1st and 2nd downs. Now leads to a 3rd and long. To throw. Jones.
And that's caught left side by the tight end Keene.
And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. That time 12 yards on the pass play, but still shy of where they needed to go. 4th and goal. And his kick is good. And the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18.
So not the greatest of first halves for him, but a little ray of light here at the end. The late turnover becomes 3 points before the break.
Well, they certainly needed something positive to go their way. Maybe 3 points doesn't seem like a huge deal in the grand scheme of things, but at least it's something to build on as they head into the half.
Here we go.
So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. And we will skip the highlight show this week. Get right back to this Week 3 matchup.
All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
And the Jets set to receive this 3rd quarter kickoff, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in the 2nd half.
And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession.
And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points at the half, partner, all of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it, But I think they told him, guys, if he wants to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you've got to take care of the ball. Otherwise,
this is caught at the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. A big play there. 60 yards. And the Jets will extend their lead.
Extra point by McCann, up and good.
And they open the lead up now to 25.
McCann's got it teed up.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Pats at the line ready to go. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who could make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off at the 36. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Jet touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He didn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Extra point by McCann, up and good.
And the lead will swell by one more. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
New England trying to get a place on offense.
And they just had that pick 6. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. You know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there. It's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Well, we'll see if they can do it here.
On 2nd down, a run with Edwards-Helaire.
And he's got Rome. Pushing his way through. And finally, he goes out of bounds right at the 35-yard line. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Looking to throw. Jones.
That's complete to Peoples-Jones.
And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. From the 27, Jones. That's to Aguilar. Touchdown, Patriots. Nelson Aguilar. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Patriots make some inroads here on that deficit. Extra point splits the uprights. And that will cut this lead down to 25. So that drive, 4 plays. And it's finished off by a Pats touchdown.
This one fielded at the 5. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
So here are the Jets now to take over. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Wilson. It's caught. This is White. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. They go play action with Wilson. Looking for White on the deep ball. And this is caught at the 20. And he gets this deep into Patriot territory.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Adrian Phillips. And the Patriots are going to get it back here just shy of the 20. Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception. And I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around the defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
On 2nd and 12, Jones. And he will find Ridley. That's complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A big play there for the Patriots. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Back to throw. Jones. And it's complete right back to Ridley. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Edwards-Helaire as they run out of the gun. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 145 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. Here's Jones throwing on 1st down. That's complete to the tight end Sample. 7 yards the pickup there. Throwing again on 2nd down. Jones. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Looking to throw. Jones. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Montez Sweat able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. And keep in mind, in addition to the 2 sacks that he now has, CD, he's also had a couple of quarterback hurries. He's been very disruptive.
To put it mildly, it reminds me of the time I asked an offensive tackle who struggled like this in a game. He said he was telling the coach, hey, what do you want me to do? This guy's just eating me alive. And the coach finally just looked at him and said, applaud.
So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps him inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but he's got a man complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Play action. Now Wilson. It's a big play that time by the Jets. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Well, thanks for joining us here on a Thursday night in the NFL. 3rd quarter, 2nd and 10 coming up. Now this throw caught left side. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. So 1st and 10. And if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. Back now here on EA Sports. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. From 6 yards away. And the Jets are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. Extra point by McCann, up and good. And that'll push the lead up to 29 now. McCann's got it teed up. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it up. Now a hit and a loose football. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. Play action. It's Wilson. On this one, incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Wilson. And, oh, it's incomplete. Oh, that would have been 6 points, but somehow he couldn't rein it in. Off the play fake, here's Wilson. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. To the sideline, and he's got it. They say the feet are down. Yes, the line judge says they're in. That'll be a first down. They go play action now. Wilson. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
They're certainly not letting up on the pressure in this one. And oftentimes you hear this expression, all gas, no break from defenses. But in this case, it's the offense still throwing the football up big in the 4th quarter.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. 3rd and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound. Now Wilson. That escapes the sack. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The offense stays out there. A big challenge here from this far back, but they're going for it on 4th and goal. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off down at the 2. And he returns it here to his own 18-yard line. Now they get a 4th quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. They'll run here with Edwards-Helaire. And that won't buy him much room. Just a 1-yard gain to the 5.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
So from their own end zone here, this kicks away. It's fielded at the 45. And 9 yards there on the return following a punt of 47. And the Jets will have a short field to work with as they take over 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes. And it's going to be a first down. Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Throwing on 2nd and long. Wilson. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. And the offense moving quickly to the line. From the red zone now, here's Wilson on 1st down. Flush to his right. And he rifles one incomplete. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead. but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside and get your running back pumped a lot as well, sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Another shot from the one on 2nd and goal. Here's Wilson. And he's got his man in stride. Complete. Touchdown! From a yard out. And the Jets are closing in on a 3rd straight victory to start the campaign. Extra point by McCann, up and good. And that will extend this big lead. So this drive spans 7 plays. And it ends with a Jet touchdown. McCann's got it teed up. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Meanwhile, Jones throw into the hands of Sample. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Now Jones. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Ashton Davis. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Jet touchdown. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick 6 makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. Ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or 2.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. Throwing Jones. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. They'll look to throw again. Completes it to Aguilar. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Again, he'll drop to throw. And he will find Ridley on the left side. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
And CD, we have seen some great runs the last few times we've been together, but I think we could at least put this one in our top 5. That was a determined gallop there.
And as a former defender, I can tell you with certainty, those are the ones that have you losing sleep at night. I would not like to be in that film room on Tuesday going over that one. Just a pretty poor effort defensively, and it leads to a big play.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. New York's offense back out there and set to go. They're looking at a 3rd straight win here if they can hold on. Wilson's throw taken in by Hockenson here. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Oh, Wilson going to throw. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And it's picked up by the Patriots. And it's a defensive return for a late touchdown. So they still need somewhat of a miracle here, but at least that gets them a little bit closer. Point after, right down the middle as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. He's got his man. It's White. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Now it's Wilson. Looking for White on the deep ball. And this one is incomplete.
Similar to a shooter in basketball, just connected on the previous shot. They run another set for him on the next play. Now, we had a guy who made the catch. They tried to get the big one downfield, but came up empty.
And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete. They're still throwing the football here. Now, obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. On 3rd down, Wilson. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. Now it's looking incredibly likely to be a 3-0 start to this season. That is obviously excellent. 2-0 is one thing. 3-0, you really have some momentum.
And now they're serving notice to the rest of the league that they're a pretty darn good football team. Confident, aggressive, attacking at all times. This looks like a team that you're going to have to deal with. And guess what? Behind closed doors, they're trying to figure out ways to get better.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Out comes Calvin Ridley and the offense for their next drive. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games.